they're just Arabic tattoos of this one says, praise Allah, death to America, 9/11.
Okay.
I'm kidding. It's
you know what? I'll go with anything right now. Anything's better than what we got going.
Yeah, right. Yeah, now this one's just this one's like an affirmation and like weird ornamentation writing, so it's like it looks kind of musical. Yeah, I don't know. When I was in my 20s, I just wanted to do something crazy and get a bunch of Arabic tattoos on my arms.
I love it. My parents were really big into tattoos.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, they were in the Holocaust.
Oh shit.
Gotcha.
Good one. Got me.
But you know what? I got really good news for that joke. I got a great tag. It was the Holocaust that did exist.
It did exist.
So who's winning now, bitches?
There we go. That's all you Holocaust deniers out there. Go to hell.
Yeah, you don't get this messed up from something that didn't happen.
Yeah.
I should be living proof that the Holocaust existed. You didn't know this is going to be my writing session, did you?
No, I had no idea we're going to write your whole act. New 30-minute set right now.
People love it when they pay for a babysitter to get into a club that have to buy 2 drinks and a meal to hear someone talk about their family business. You know, it's like, it always goes over so well. Oh my gosh. So I want to do the introduction to the show, to you, and then we're going to talk about why you're wearing an NBA hat, because I'm a huge sports fan. I want to hear about your ties to sports and favorite team and favorite player. Oh yeah, we're going to go there. Facebook, wake up. This is me, the little old lady. If I can get up and do this in a pandemic, you can too. That's the deal. That's the takeaway. Yeah, the takeaway isn't in a hearse like you were hoping. So welcome to Comic Spot. Amir Kalil is our guest today. He's over there in the black wife beater shirt.
Yep, that's me.
I never thought I would say the words black and wife beater in the same sentence, but there I did it. Leave it to the grandma to sound racist.
Great. There goes my career.
He's not, and I'm just playing with words. Let me read you the intro that Amir Kalil sent to me. His intro says, he's the only comedian that can serenade the drawers off of every crowd. Oh my gosh, I need a shower. That's right. He serenades these hoes. Oh, he knows. And we love his goofy ass, they say. You can find him all over Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. I want to hear everything he's got to say. Welcome to the stage, your friend to be and mine, Amir Kalil. Woo! Hi, Amir.
Hey, thanks for having me on. You know, you really shouldn't let me write my own intros. They're clearly I don't paint myself very well with my own intros. But I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me. We've never met in person before. So you reached out to me over the internet, and here we are, because I am thirsty for airtime. Hello, folks.
I'm thirsty too. Old lady thirsty. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I have a plug-in heater and a fan, and I say, you want to see my only fan? And then I go and get my fan. That's it. That's all you get.
Nice.
You got to play with words when you get to this age, Amir. Remember this. This is life hack here.
Yeah.
What are you doing during a pandemic? You're in LA?
I am in LA, one of the worst states dealing with the pandemic right now. You know what? I'm not stopping. So, I mean, you got to stay relevant somehow. So I make it a point to post on social media at least once or twice a day to, you know, stay relevant and keep my name out there. I'm doing secret shows. I was producing outside shows And the city keeps finding ways to shut me down out here because Governor Garcetti sucks. And they want to shut everything. They don't want no entertainment out here. Even if you're outside and social distancing, they don't want it. So we have to find ways to do it in secret. And you know, us comics, you know how it is. We got to keep our tongue and our pencil sharp. So we need the stage time to feel like a person.
Totally. You know, we are essential as comedians. I'm a comic in training. I'm not a headliner like you. I'm like a little bit out of an open mic scenario, and I would love to host the rest of my life and everybody else. But you're big time. I've seen you on billboards.
Oh, wow. Maybe you got me confused with another Amir.
No, no. Don't you headline?
I do headline, but I'm not famous. There's another Amir by the name of Amir K, and he's more famous than I am. So I get confused with this guy all the time.
I don't confuse you. Not everybody that wears an NBA hat looks like. Let's talk about your tie to sports, to tattoos. I want to talk about a little bit of personal stuff and then go into your comedy background. Can we get to know Amir Kalil? Like, you love sports, evidently. It's right up front there, NBA, right?
Yeah, I'm a Lakers fan, so I have my hat on. It has nothing to do with me supporting the NBA. I mean, I'm glad that they're playing, but I'm just trying to cover up my dreadlocks right now. They're a little messy. And I only got up a couple hours ago just because I'm a night owl. I like to stay up really late. I get insomnia all the time. So waking up late during the pandemic is perfect for my lifestyle.
Me too. Hashtag me too. That's a good me too. It's a fun one.
Yeah.
The Me Too movement has been taking a bite out of my self-esteem. I can't get a car to honk at me. How I got my self-esteem. It's a whole bit I do, never mind. So you're in the LA area. How has the pandemic treated you in LA, your family, your friends? How's that been going?
It's been good and bad.
Okay.
So as far as like bad, you know, comedy is shut down. I can't produce shows. I can't get paid. I'm not getting paid to do stand-up comedy like I used to be. So it's like, that's fine. I mean, I've always been down to do comedy for free anyway. So when you love something, you don't need to get paid. But it was nice to have that as an income and not have to work my day job as much. But because the pandemic is taken so seriously out here in LA, some of the good stuff that has come out of it is there's less traffic on the streets. More people are inside, and I've been delivering food for like Uber Eats. And so I don't have to deal with parking as much. People are tipping better because nobody wants to go out and get their own food. Yeah. So I make a good little coin doing that. And plus, the government has been hooking it up with unemployment money and loans. I have more money than I've ever had doing stand-up comedy over this last like few months during the pandemic. So, I mean, it's kind of like a bittersweet situation. But I'd rather have less money in headlining and touring than having all this money and staying home. But you know what? I'm trying to make the most of it and create more content and film sketches with my friends and create music videos. So I'm really taking the time to do what I would do if I didn't have to work as much, like a day job.
What is your day job?
My day job is being a delivery driver.
Oh yeah.
So,
I forgot. That was a long time ago that you said that. Wasn't it? It was like yesterday. It feels like it. What day is it?
Where's the nurse? Somebody. Where's the nurse?
You know what I like about the pandemic is that it's not just geriatrics like me, little old ladies that are wondering, what day is it?
That's right. Yeah. I mean, how are you doing with the whole situation?
Well, you know, I'm prone to depression, shocker, And so I like to hang out with other people who are also depressed, and you can't right now, you know, like you're limited to what, you know, it's getting better to be out in public hanging out with people, but we went through a lot of scares here in Vegas. I live in a really old motel that's for veterans of the military. So I served in the military, and there's veterans here, and I think they're done following the rules. So through the whole pandemic, they're like, I'm not going to wear a mask. You can touch me. You can borrow my cigarette. And they haven't been distancing in any way. So a couple of people have been carted off with COVID. One did not come back.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Other than that, everything's just been, you know, there's no tourists. So the tweakers are taking over the streets.
Oh my God! Wait, so tell me again where you're located.
I'm in Vegas, right on the Las Vegas Strip. I can throw a penny and it will land on the Las Vegas Strip.
Oh, that's prime location right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't. I mean, I've considered moving to places like Las Vegas because, especially with this whole pandemic. Not stopping with the shutdowns in LA for who knows how long. So there's been a big mass exodus of comedians leaving LA.
Yes.
And going, you know, Vegas, Arizona, Texas and stuff.
Yes. You would love the Vegas comedy scene. It's so great.
Yeah, don't you guys have like 8 clubs?
There's the big casinos, and then there's coffee houses everywhere and restaurants, and you know, it's an entertainment capital, you know, it's a destination place to be entertained. So everybody's open to having a mic or a show. You can walk in like right now, you could walk into any hurting restaurant and book a show or a mic for when things open up.
Wow, that's so nice. One of my buddies who's a headliner, Jay Hollingsworth, he's just moved to Vegas.
Big Irish. He's in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah, the biggest Irish there is.
Love him. I met him at Harvey's where I was interviewing comedians.
Yeah. Yeah, I love Harvey's. I haven't been there in years, but that's a great place too. And Jay Hollingsworth was the one. Was he the one that helped me get in there? I think it was. So, like, Jay has helped me out in my career so much. So I'm always very grateful to that guy.
Absolutely, he's a nice guy too. You know.
Oh yeah.
One of the best pictures I ever got with another comic was when I was with him taking a picture, and he got me giggling during the photo, and I was like, during I was doing the head thing.
Nice. Yeah, he does the same thing to me every time.
Oh my gosh, he's great. He was sick for a while with a blood clot or something.
Yeah. Poor guy, he was in a hospital bed for quite a while, and he got through it, thank God. You know, but big guys like him have to be careful because gravity's not too friendly to guys that big.
Yes, I had an uncle that was 6'11", and at the end of his life, they had to put him in the hospital, and because his blood wouldn't get to his toes, it was too far to go.
Oh no!
And you know what they did back in the 50s so that your blood would get to your toes?
What's that?
They didn't use leeches. They were just done doing that. But the next thing they did is, I swear on a stack of Bibles, they or Quran, whatever. They took a rope and tied bricks to his feet. I swear they did.
Or they hang him upside down or something? How did that work?
No, he was laying in the bed when bricks were dangling off the edge.
Oh, wow. Did it help?
He died. I don't know. I don't even know. He never came out of that hospital.
Oh, man. Well, that was a great story.
Bottoms up. Enjoy your evening, folks.
Yeah.
Debbie Downer here. You're welcome. It was free.
All right, there you go, kids. Don't hang bricks off your feet.
He should have been a mason. I don't know where to go with this.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, God. So, Comic Spot, I love it. I know you've loved it. Let's keep it going. I need your help. I developed it so you out there can get to know comics, whether they're brand new or 45 years in the biz. We're going to get to know them so you'll know who to love. So all I need you to do is donate to my Cash App, and that is Linda Marcus Smith. I would really appreciate it. Thank you. So you've been in comedy about how long, Amir?
I would say around 7 years. I was a musician for years before that, and
you're a singer and a songwriter and a guitar player and a funny man with the guitar too, right?
I am. My brand is the guitar, so I mean, I like doing pure stand-up comedy without my guitar, but people prefer my act with the guitar. It just brings out a character out of me, and I have a lot to bring with it. And like, I'm really good at just catering serenades to individual people in the crowd, and that's something special just for that show.
So like, if say I was in the crowd, what would you serenade me with based on what I look like?
Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna grab my guitar.
Oh, yay! This is my moment. Woo! It's gonna be worth it. I bet you he's really good. I bet people don't complain that you're the comedian with the music, because I think that you're so professional at this that people look forward to you getting on telling jokes with your music. Some people that aren't that developed aren't welcome on a comedy stage if they're starting out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when it comes to comedy, people prefer an experienced comic that can make them feel comfortable, like they know what they're doing. They're not attacking the audience. They're there to laugh with you, and they could take, a comic that can take a heckle and still keep it going is what they want to see. When they see a comic get frazzled by anything that happens in the crowd, it kind of just loses the show for the crowd. So
yes. Okay.
But if
I'm all ready to be serenaded.
Okay.
I was serenaded by Bobby Rydell. Do you know who that is?
Bobby Rydell, I know that name. No, who is that?
He was a teen idol in the 50s and 60s. He had like forget the song, forget him if he doesn't love you. Forget him if he doesn't care. Anyway, you don't remember it, and that's okay, but he sang to me on here.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see if I can try to outdo Bobby Rydell.
Okay, cool.
All right. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Linda. Yeah. You the one I pick, 'cause you got that red lipstick. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Linda. You can call me New Age Bobby Rydell. Yeah, girl, you know I'm gonna sing it well, 'cause that's what I do. Ooh, yeah. Oh, Linda. Yeah.
That's beautiful and funny at the same time.
Thank you.
Very good. There's a Spanish influence to your guitar music. Am I right?
Well, I'm using a nylon string acoustic guitar, which does, tend to favor flamenco music and salsa. You hear it in a lot of Latin music. You also hear it in a lot of jazz. So I chose this guitar specifically for my stand-up comedy because I wanted it to sound kind of like smooth and kind of sexy when I played it, as opposed to like a lot of guitar comics that use a steel string guitar that sounds kind of like hokey and country a little bit. So I wanted to bring this texture,
It's beautiful. Great choice.
Thank you.
You're very, very good at singing, and you threw together the lyrics so fast. Thank you so much. I love it. So when was the first time in your life that you realized or anybody realized and told you you're funny? How young were you?
Oh, well, you know, when I was a kid, people thought I was being funny when I wasn't trying to be funny. Like I lived when I was like 8 years old, I was going around telling everybody in my neighborhood I was white. Like, I'm white. And apparently and I lived in a neighborhood with white people, so they thought I was mocking them. And and but I was serious because my dad always said he was white. You know, my dad's Middle Eastern. He's like, I'm white. And so he's a light skinned Arab man. So, you know, you could call him like a sandcracker or something like that. So yeah, I was going around telling people I was white, and like black people, my family, they would just laugh at me like, hey, you stupid, right? But then, like, you know, after I said it enough times, people started to think I wasn't joking anymore. So then they would just beat me up. And then after a few beat downs, I started to like really take a closer look in the mirror, and I looked at my my flat top. I looked at my unibrow, my brown skin, and I said to myself, "Oh my God, I'm Albie Shore." Now, Albie Shore was a famous singer back in the '90s, but that's who I realized I looked like, and then I started to embrace what I was from that point, and I stopped telling people I was white because it just wasn't working out, and it wasn't believable.
So you were the Arabic Rachel Dolezal.
I don't know who that is.
Oh my God! So 15 years ago, there was this lady who was white, who wore dreads and tried to pretend and fake.
Oh. You're right. I did a Rachel Dolezal, man.
Way before her. She's such a hack, stealing that from you.
You know what? You know what? To her credit, maybe her parents lied to her and told her she was black her whole childhood, and she believed it. You know, so my dad tricked me too. He told me, he kept saying he was white so much, I thought I was white. So, you know, blame it on the parents. I'll give Rachel a break on that
one. Let's do that. Oh my gosh. So when was the first time you started picking up a guitar and writing music, and first time you started doing comedy?
That's a great question, Linda.
That's a great stall technique.
Yeah, it is. You have nothing but great questions, Linda. I like your style.
Thank you.
Okay, yeah, good question. Because when I was 11, I first got the music bug, and I was playing keyboard, and I just wasn't taking to it very well. And then I was in the 5th grade, and I saw the ugliest kid in my school. This kid, he was on a lunch table, and he was playing guitar, and he had all the girls surrounding him, and they were just all like, oh, and he was, you know, just playing like some Red Hot Chili Peppers or something, and you know, and then I was like, I want to be that dude. I was like, man, fuck this Casio right here. This gets me no love. All right, ain't nobody want to hear me play no like chopsticks on the keyboard. Okay, let me get a guitar. So I started learning that, and I just started gravitating towards like black guitar players like Jimi Hendrix and Lenny Kravitz and stuff like that. And I was writing songs, and I was trying to like.
Do you know I know who those two are?
Like personally?
Well,
you met them?
No, but Lenny is half Jewish like me.
True.
And the other one, Jimi Hendrix, he was buried like a mile from where I lived in Renton, Washington, till they moved his body.
I've been there. I've been there to visit his grave about 10 years ago. In
the Renton Highlands before they moved it down near the Boeing airport?
I don't know, but I just know that there was a big shrine to him, and it was really nice. It was a really nice setup, and I hung out there, and he was my hero as a kid, and
wow.
still to this day, he's one of the best guitar players that ever lived.
Ever.
Yeah.
So I interrupted you. You were talking about them, Lenny Kravitz and Jimi Hendrix, and what were you saying? Because I was busy interrupting.
Oh yeah, well I hope you learned your lesson, Linda, from interrupting a man when he's talking. So let me finish what I was saying.
Boomer's okay now.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I started doing talent shows at my school when I was 12, and I thought I could play Jimi Hendrix on stage my first year of playing guitar, and I couldn't. I was terrible at it, and I tried to sing without a microphone on a big stage, and everybody laughed at me for yelling, and I embarrassed myself pretty bad. And then people laughed so hysterically hard at how bad I was failing at playing Jimi Hendrix that I really took it to heart. I really lost all confidence in my singing ability and playing, and people told me not to get back on stage. And then I don't know, for some reason my humor kind of developed out of this embarrassment. And the next year I did the talent show again, and I just went up as pure, like, just jokey stuff. And they took a liking to it. And then I kind of became a class clown from that point. And then when I was, not till like much later did I ever even consider doing stand-up comedy, like way past my music career had already failed, that I'd be like, oh, hey, here's the avenue I always put off. I should check out, and I'm glad I did.
Absolutely. I think you're a total package. You got the looks, you got the personality, you're humble, you're so nice, and you're great with music and singing and lyrics, and oh my gosh.
Oh, don't stop. Oh, come on.
I want to go and, like, I have to be honest. I didn't watch your comedy because, like, when I go and look up people's bios and try to remember it all and watch it, I get overwhelmed. And I just want to get to know you. And then I go look at your stuff and subscribe to everything.
Oh, I see.
So now that I know, that's why I'm doing this whole thing, is that I have to get to know you, like you, trust you, to be your fan. And even though I do comedy, I'm now your fan. And I haven't even watched your material yet.
Oh, well, good. Well, thank you. And I really appreciate you becoming a fan off of this interview alone. And I think I'm a fan of yours now, too.
Oh, thank you. I stood outside of a Jimmy Kimmel's comedy club here in Vegas one night waiting for some comedian to play. And I know comedians because I've been around them, but I saw a lot of strangers, tourists, walk up to the marquee and look at pictures and talk to each other and leave. And that's why I think it's important that when we have time like this, that people get a venue, an opportunity to know who you are. Do you like riding a bicycle? Are you a Lakers fan? Who's your favorite NBA player of all time? Who's the GOAT in the NBA to you?
Yeah, you know what, guys? Comedians are killing themselves every year. So get us now while we're alive. Rest in peace, Robin Williams, Brody Stevens, all the open micers that have killed themselves over the years. And you guys, I just want you to look around, because you never know. The comedians you know and love might be killing themselves in the upcoming years. So get us while you can. Talk to us. Yes. We need the love, man. We need a social support system to keep us miserable and writing good material.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Write to them, because they'll take the material and make it into a joke.
Exactly. I'm already thinking of material just off of our conversation so far that I can't wait to write down.
I can't wait to hear it.
And you know what? Depressed people like you make the best comedians, because everything makes you mad. You don't like anything. And that's what we need. We need that voice. What's wrong with the world? That's what we need to hear from.
I was doing an interview earlier today, and there was a knock on my damn door. And I'm like, who is it? And they were like, we need to check your secure smoke alarm. And I'm like, I'm busy. Because I'm old, So I let them in. I go, do you know what a 24-hour notice is? Like, does that world even exist anymore?
Yeah. Excuse you.
Yeah, and then I go to This isn't even my comedy, Amir. This is life. I go to Walgreens. It's supposed to be the corner of happy and healthy. She puts everything in one bag, I'm 69 years old. You're going to pull my arm out of my socket. Could you please put it in 2 bags? How am I supposed to be nice? This isn't even anything I ever say on stage because you lose your likability.
Yeah, that was my first job, was bagging groceries. And I made that mistake, overpacking a bag. And I would have a person like yourself be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I gotta go upstairs with this shit. So yeah, I learned my lesson the hard way as well. We gotta teach these kids bagging groceries. Hey kids, put it in 2 bags, okay? Stop being greedy with the plastic.
And what's weird is they're considered essential and we're not. They don't even know how to bag for an old bag.
Yeah. Nice one.
I just thought of it. It's going nowhere. Trust me. So what would you like to say that you haven't had a chance to say yet? You've been in comedy 7 years, did you say?
Yes, right.
7 years. So you've observed a lot of comics. You've brushed elbows with the likes of Jay Hollingsworth, Big Irish. You've brushed elbows with others. People have helped you. You've helped others. I know you have, because if you get helped by a comic, you're going to help others. If you're not being helped, then you get selfish. But you said you've been helped, so I know you help others.
I do. I spent my whole career as a comic helping others. I've been producing a weekly open mics since I've been a comic, and I get the stage time, but I'm also giving stage time to everybody. I don't discriminate. Any comic that wants to come to my open mic, I am happy to put you up. That's my way of giving back. I don't make a lot of money from hosting these mics. I've hosted mics from anywhere from 2, 3 to 6 hours in a night, just to look out from my community of comedians. So, oh, is that your pimp calling? What's going on?
Yeah, this is a booty call. I was expecting it.
It's a little early, geez. But yeah, so I forgot where I was. I smoked
You've been
too much
hosting
pot
open mics from the beginning and up to 7 or 8 hours, 6 or 7.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's all about helping your fellow comic. I mean, this is a community. Some of these comedians are in it to get famous and build their career and whoop-de-woo and get rich and all that stuff. And that's fine. That's your path. I'm in it for the comedy community. I actually enjoy 90% of the comics that I come across, the new ones, the older ones, the ones at my level. I enjoy the open mic scene still in LA. I enjoy going to watch my friends' shows and just hanging out with my friends. Some of my best friends are comedians. Like my real best friends from before comedy are not around as much as they used to be. And I love them still, but man, I spend so much time with these comedian guys because we have so much work to do together and we enjoy each other's presence. We don't get offended easily. We could say the most offensive stuff to each other and it's okay. And that's what we want, free speech.
Absolutely. We're fighting for our freedom of speech lately with this whole PC thing.
Yeah, PC cancel culture can kiss everybody's ass, okay? That stuff needs to go to hell. These millennials that don't understand the gift of free speech and the different views that people have in America, that's the blessing that we have here. If you don't like their views, go there, digest it, and then take it home, and then talk about it. You don't shut down people because they have opposing views. Come on, man, how soft are these kids?
It's terrible. I was confused, I'm a little older than you, and I I heard cancel culture, and I was like, so I went to my refrigerator and I threw out all the yogurt and cheese. And then I'm like, no, that's not what.
Nice one. I like that. It's cancel culture in my refrigerator. Yeah, it's got to go. Yeah, it's got to go. Bye-bye that yogurt. Yeah, you got old. You got to go. Yeah.
The yogurt is inside the refrigerator going, we got to get out of this place.
Yeah.
It's the last. Do you do impressions of people?
Yeah, I make fun of my girlfriend a lot. She's always like, stop it, stop making fun of me and stop doing my voice. I don't like it. It doesn't even sound like me.
She sounds like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, she sounds like a Hispanic Mickey Mouse. What are you telling me? I'm not Mickey Mouse. Okay, you don't even like me. Listen to me. Papi, can you take out the trash?
Now I want you to do an impression of her when she's mad at you.
Jesus Christ. Papi, I am so mad at you. You don't love me. You don't take me nowhere. You don't take out the trash. I'm mad.
I think that's one of the best impressions of a woman I've ever heard, because usually when a guy does an impression of a woman, it just sounds like a gay guy.
Stop it. No, I can talk like a girl if I want to.
Is that what we look like? Maybe, I don't know, but that was a good impression. That was actually.
Thank you.
Yes. So who is your favorite? And we're getting near the end of this interview. You probably feel it like I do. It's like sex. So who is your favorite basketball player of all time, living or dead?
Well, I mean, I got into basketball during the Kobe, Shaquille O'Neal era. So those two guys, my favorite players of all time, Kobe and Shaq. I've always been a Lakers fan. So, but I've always appreciated the greats. Like, I love watching LeBron play. I love watching the documentaries on Michael Jordan that's out right now, The Last Dance. All the high flyers and the big guys. I'm a fan of the sport because, I mean, I'm terrible at basketball personally.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with asthma, so my lung capacity was just always bad. Like I could play for about 10 seconds and I'm like, time out.
Wow.
Don't take me out, coach.
Yeah. Wow. So in high school, did you, and I don't know if you went to college, I don't know that, but did you go to college?
I did. I went to Cal State Northridge, Seaside.
Oh, wow. So did you play sports? Were you in the arts? Were you just studying curriculum? What was your deal?
You're gonna find this a big surprise, but I went to college for the girls. Ooh, yeah.
I wish they all could be California girls.
Yeah, I went to college for the girls. Yeah, where you at? I want the girls. Yeah, I went there for no, but I also I was just trying to move out of the house, and they had dorms there, and they had a really good program. So I was excited to get to college and explore losing my virginity. And it took me a few years before I decided to major in music. So that was probably like my second. Yeah, that was probably like my first passion. I was like, I gotta graduate. I should pick something to major in. So I just went. Well, I was like, I'm good at guitar. I'll just go with music. And then, it took me 6 years to get out of CSUN, but I did it.
Wow, that's great. So the last thing I want to ask you to do is inspire in your own comedic or musical way. can you please inspire people to hang in there through the rest of God knows how long this pandemic's gonna last bullshit?
Linda, don't give up.
Every day is like Groundhog Day.
Yeah, sure. You know what? Let's make it a song, so these people can, feel better about living through the pandemic. Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Here you go. No, 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 no. It's pandemic season, and everybody's sad. That's too bad. You shouldn't be sad. You can do what you want, 'cause you got the government giving you money. That's right, girl, you got extra money. You ain't got to go outside. You can watch a movie, or you can go out and take a walk and order some food. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Life is still okay. It's only temporary. That's right. Everything can get better someday. If you believe, and subscribe and follow me at Amir the Miracle. If you need a good laugh, it can only help. I'll try to keep you happy. Anything for Linda, 'cause she's so sweet. Ooh, yeah,
Oh my
Linda.
God, thank you. I want to tell you something so that I'm sure that you're going to be very jealous of me. Are you ready?
Okay. Yeah.
You mentioned Shaquille and Kobe.
Yeah.
I got to be in the room with just them one time.
Oh, what a good time that was.
Yeah, my sister told me they were in Portland for a Trailblazers game. I'm from Portland. And so I went down there at the crack of dawn to wait for them to come down the elevator. And when they came down, I waved down. And there was a 9-year-old boy sitting next to me. He was all by himself, no parents, Amir. And he was sitting there with a camera. This was back when we had cameras. And he was sitting there trying to get a picture of Kobe with him and Kobe. So I went up to Kobe and I said, excuse me, this little boy is here in the lobby all by himself. And he wants a picture with you. Can I take a picture of the two? Kobe wasn't allowing pictures back in those days. And he let this little boy have a picture with him.
Oh, what a good guy, Kobe. That's sweet. And good job on you looking out for that kid. I hope he's still alive.
It's probably on a milk jug, his picture. Where was his parents? Where were they?
Hey guys, we have a search out for a kid with a Kobe picture in his camera. He could be anywhere in Portland by now.
Thank you so much, Amir Kalil. Thank you for the interview. You're now a graduate of the Comic Spot. That means you're on the same level with Sinbad. He's got nothing on you.
Oh, Sinbad, what up, Jack?
And in like 3 days to a week, my editor man, who's also a comedian, Adam Dominguez, he'll put the spin on this and make it come out looking like a sitcom. And I'll send that to you to share too.
Excellent. Thanks so much for having me. You were a real pleasure. You're really sweet. I enjoyed our conversation thoroughly.
Thank you. You lifted my spirits. I was having a terrible, no good, very horrible, I want to go to Australia day. And you made it better.
Oh, well, good. That makes me feel good. I'm glad I could help.
I'm a fan now.
Yay. I'll see you when I come out to Las Vegas.
Yes, let me know, and I'll go take you to Starbucks, and I'll show you my Karen impression.
Oh, great. Oh, okay. All right. I can't wait.
See you later.
All right. See you, Linda. Bye.
Bye.
Everybody